Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, 54.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A shotgun snap for Stafford. That one into the hands of Kane. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 41.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try the left side. Swift. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Brees leaves this one with Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
A good rally to the football holds him to 2, and that brings up a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. throws. There he goes. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. A very short field to work with now. 1st and goal after the great punt return. From the gun, here's Stafford. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Deion Kane, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Now Prater to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded at the 2. Pushing through the contact. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Hey, high 7. Check, 47. You're good. High 4, ready. Check 31, check 31.
Throwing now is Breeze. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Slam. Kill.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Over. Hey, Foxtrot.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready? You ready? Check. 0-2. 25 the mic. We got 25. Hey, Alpha.
From the 38, Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Hey, team 6.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
White. Hey, Haywood! Let's put that team on the box. At 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to 59! Just like that.
Back to throw. Stafford. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Let's go!
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Stafford. And he'll find the open man on the right side. It's Kane. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Here's Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Deion Kane with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken about the 12. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
It's our time. 47, Mike. You killed. Mike, 47. Now watch run. 47 is the Mike. 47.
Throwing on 2nd down. Breeze. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish. Okay, you're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
That's what I do. Under 10, under 10, 10. Hey, check, Mike.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run. This is Kamara. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now Breeze on 3rd down. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. To throw is Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Get ready. Easy. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Once more, he was trying to get it to Kenny Golladay, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The final shot before the break, Stafford. Going right side here, and that's complete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. To throw again on 2nd down. Breeze out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line.
5-8. Check, 47. Rip right. Hey, check right 47. Check right 47. 12.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 28. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Kenny Golladay, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
32. 40 got.
From the gun, Stafford throwing deep for Golladay. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kenny Golladay, his 6th touchdown of the season. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6. Prater for the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Hey, wahoo!
On first down, Breeze. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you play man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He's going to fire, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Desmond Trufant. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
80 weapons. Let's go, defense.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Monday. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the safety.
On 3rd down, Swift. And he's got Roan. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Again, it's Johnson, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Check 43. Protein spill.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And this is picked up by the Saints. The 40. He's at the 30. And he cuts it right. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
We got it.
The So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They'll try the left side. Swift. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. From the 17, Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Stay 50, stay 50, stay 20. 32.
On first down, it's Stafford. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On 2nd down now, Swift. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. It's a big play there for the Lions. Give him 58 yards on the ground.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try the air now with Stafford. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Tanner Vallejo coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Breeze now to throw. Looking long for Thomas. That's caught inside the 20. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. From 13 yards out. And the Saints get a bit closer. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 26. Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. Well, that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken about the 12. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Breeze now. And he's going to go down again.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters. And this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll try the left side. Swift. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
22.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
Yeah, let's go set lunch.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.